Hey guys, in this video I will share a very good scalping strategy for gold. If you are following my Telegram channel, you already knows that the original idea of this strategy is developed and tested by Mr. Tariq Nawaz. He is a good friend of mine and helping traders to learn new methods to understand the gold market. He already shared this method on Telegram channel, but I am recreating that video with my inputs and I will try to explain this method with some examples from the recent trading sessions. And you already know that this method is based on the moving average crossover, and as per experience of Mr. Tariq, accuracy of this method is almost 95%, which is really amazing. So I personally wanted to share this strategy uh, with you, and I think most of you already aware about the moving average. So I'm not going to cover the basics, like I'm not going to cover the difference between different type of moving average, and I will start directly with the method. But if you want me to cover the basics, then you can comment me in the comment section and I will upload a basic video covering the working of moving average. For this method, what actually you need, you just need three moving average. And for the software you can use mt5. This is mt5. You can use this method and strategy on mt4 or in trading view also. So for this example I'm using mt5 here, and this is the live chart. So, and what you have to do, you have to insert three moving average from this menu, insert menu. In the insert you have to go to indicator, then trend, and in the trend you have to find moving average. So first one, you need a 5 period over here in the parameters, 5 period. This one, see, there are different methods available: simple, exponential, smooth, and linear weight. You have to choose smooth 5 period moving average, and you can choose the color as per your need or as per your comfort. So for 5 I am going to choose the blue. See, the first one is 5 period smooth, apply to close style blue. Okay, the next one that we need is another moving average. You have to follow the same method and you have to choose it 20 period and change, and this one also be a smooth moving average. And the color I'm going to choose 20 for white. And the third one that you need is average of 144. This one will be different, and this is the linear weighted movie. And I'm color here red. So now on our chart we have three moving average. So the one, this one, the red one is 144, the middle one is 20, and the 5 smooth period moving average. So you have to apply these on your chart. And you, if you know the basics, you know that moving average is basically trend following indicator. So to get most out of this method, what you actually have to do, you have to check the chart on higher time frame, like 4 hour or daily time frame. So what is the use of looking at higher time frame? Actually, in higher time frame you can check the direction of trend. So if the direction of trend is down, you always look for the sell, and if the direction of trend is up, you have to always look for the buy. That is very simple. I think most of you know you have to follow the trend. So what you have to basically do, you have to find the crossover. The crossover should be in between 5 period. This one, blue one, is 5 period, and the red one is 144 moving average. So whenever 5 period moving cross from below to the 144 moving average toward the upside, this area you can see here, this area generate a buy signal. So whenever 5 period moving average cross over to 144 moving average, that generate a buy signal. As you can see, this is the live chart, and you can see in the previous 3 day we have a buy trend, and you can say the trend is upside or uptrend. So you have to look for the up signal. So here you can enter in the buy on the crossover, but the best method is always wait for candle to retest either 144 or 5 period. You can enter on the rejection like here. So what you have to do, like wait for the crossover, then wait for the retest, and you can enter, and you can put your stop loss as per your risk, or you have to put your SL on the next crossover. So as you can see, we do not have any crossover here, and at this entry point, you can see the price was around 177574 zone, and you can see a big up. This is the method in the buy side. Now what is the use of other like 20 moving average and 5 period moving average? So in the case if you want to buy, see, this method is for scalping. You can enter and exit after a crossover many times, like this happened in a buy side. So you can enter here, you can cover, or you can book your profit after $1, then you have to wait for the pullback, then you can enter again and enter and close your profit after $1, then you have to wait, then you can follow the trend. So in the 5 period moving average, you can actually see here, like whenever a candle, this is a 5 minute chart. So whenever candle cross on 5 period moving average, this indicate that the trend is going upside, because as you can see, candles not able to close below this 5 period moving average. So you can follow the trend with the help of 5 and the 20 period moving average. One more point that I want to add here, I will share more example, but for this example, this is the most recent example from the live chart, and you can see whenever there is a gap, like this gap is getting increasing. See, the moving average is moving far away from 20, and 20 moving away from 144. You can see the gap I'm talking about. Let me show you. I'm talking about this gap. This gap, as you can see, the gap is continuously increasing. So whenever the gap between two moving average getting increased, like this one is small gap, this one is a bigger gap, this indicate that the trend is strong, and this is going to be a good you can say movement in upside or downside if the crossover happen in the downside. So this is the case in the buy side. Let me take another example from today's trading session. So in today's trading session, another crossover here, you can see that the 5 period over here, this one, blue one is 5, and 144 is this our red one. So whenever a crossover happen, you can either enter on the crossover, and you can see we have seen a decline. If you want to wait for pullback like this one, it rejected from the 5 period moving average, you can enter over here closing, and you can see we have a good decline also. See, you have to choose your trading style. You have to choose whether you want to hold, or whether you want to exit, enter, exit, enter, enter, exit, sorry, on the same trend. So that totally depend on your trading style. So the method actually work very well. You have to retest or back test it on your demo account if you want to do. So you have to always back test, and then you have to implement, or you can use that method on your real account. So what 20 period moving average is doing. You can see the trend after crossover. This is the crossover over here. After the crossover, candle goes down, and then it you can see rejecting multiple time from 5 period moving average. Again it is rejecting over 20 period moving average. So you can utilize these moving average, because these moving average act as dynamic support and resistance. So you can enter and exit as per your method. So see, if you want to put your stop loss, and if you want to hold, the best idea is to you can enter with 2 entries. For one entry you can book profit early, and for other entry you have to decide whether you want to catch $2 move or $4 move. That totally depend on your style. So you can enter with one entry, you can book with one, and you have to hold with other entry as per your risk. Or if you want to take stop loss, you can see here is the entry for sell, and here is the another crossover which is nearly the same. So the loss is minimal, but this is the case of today's trading session. This is not going to repeat in future. I don't know about the future. Nobody knows the future. So that totally depend on your trading style, what and how you are going to use. So let me give you another example. Let me check what actually happening here. So another example here, the 5 period crossing here. This one. This is also sell signal, and we already discussed that. And here, this one. This is another good example. Here you can see the crossover of 5 over a 144 moving average, and you can see the movement, good movement, like $2 to $3 you can easily catch. And if you want to do scalping, you have to decide at which point you want to enter and at which point you want to close. You can see the first after the crossover 5 period moving average holding well, but after the breakdown, then it tried to you can see on the 20 we have seen a good support. Then again it tried to test, again test, and again you can see a good price. So there are multiple example over the chart. This one is also pass. So that totally depend on your style, but the method is very neat and clean. You have to wait for the crossover in buy and crossover on sell, but always try to check the trend from my view, and use 20 and 144 as a dynamic support resistance. So if you have any question about this strategy, you can comment section. I will try to reply on the same. Thank you. All the best.